Good morning. And here's what we're gonna do. We've just arrived before dawn. Lights going out. I have come to a location that is in the mountains, I think counts. There's a mountain range all around us. Grabbing some gloves and stuff. I also don't have the lav mic on. Where's my other glove? There it is. Nope, don't hold it. Where's the other glove? Please still be in the bag. There it is. Okay, go. Alright. I'm here, and you've got a clear road. There is snow on the ground here, because we are up in the mountain now at this point. It's not very much. It's just outside of town. The small, cute town of Lyons, spelled with a Y. I was driving through that at 5:45 or something like that, and all lit up for Christmas. Anyway, go along this mountain road, everything clear. Once you get up a little bit, there is some snow along the sides, but the road is perfectly clear. They keep that thing entirely, no chances. The road that you pull off onto is covered in snow. So people have been here. There's enough tracks and things. I got a 4-wheel drive, and it's just a little dip down a little bit off of there. It's just a little, they call it a park, but I think it's just a park bench, and then you can sit and watch the river that's right here. So the reviews said it wasn't crowded either, so my assumption is it's not going to be crowded. There's some headlights behind me, but they are continuing on the road. It's like if somebody showed up right now. So I have some time in the car, but I'm going to get out real quick. I'm going to put the gloves on and get out and go look and see what the signs say, make sure I'm not missing any rules. It's like, hey, this is closed, don't do this or anything, but I think it should be fine. And then not a lot of walking, just a lot of sitting by the river in the snow and watching. And I'll have to stay warm. I did bundle all the way up today. I just don't have the big heavy jacket, but that's okay. Alright, let's go see what the rules say. I don't know if you could tell, that sign is completely blank. The only other one there is about the parking. The park is closed, dusk to dawn. There's no parking dusk to dawn. I'm here a little before, but I think it'll be okay. The sun should be up very soon. It's already starting. And we're going to get out, and we're going to sit, and that's good. Not so much walking, because the legs are still a little sore. And we'll see what we can see here by the side of the... I don't know. I either have high hopes or I don't. I can't tell yet. We'll find out, I guess, when the sun comes up and I'm sitting out by the river with the camera waiting. I should be able to use my blind today. I say blind, but the camo throw over. Because I'll just be sitting. Do I have my chair with me? I'll sit on a rock. It'll be cold, covered in snow. It'll be fine. I should bring my chair. Anyway, I'm just going to sit and wait. Okay, just for the audio, I'll turn that off for now. Whew. Yeah, it is. It's cold out there. We're definitely below freezing. We're out there for not quite 2 hours. Didn't see anything. It's a shame. I really hoped. Could not tell whether or not this spot would work. I did hear a bird every once in a while, but not really anything. What the highlight of today hopefully will be, I did put the GoPro as best I could. I set it up in one spot thinking, oh, I can kind of get the the little creek that's running through here, river, whatever you want to call it, is just basically covered mostly with snow. There's a couple of spots where you can see the water flowing, but not many. But, here or there, and I went, all right, well, if I do that, I could set up the GoPro and just do a really long, nice ambient video of the water flowing here. And I set up at the first spot and went, oh, you can't see the water at all here. You're really getting more. It was a kind of a wider view, but you couldn't see the water at all. So I moved it a little closer to the water, kind of pointing down. So basically the water, but hopefully that, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I've tried specifically. I can't recall off the top of my head, just using the in-camera audio from this. Hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully the car's road noise won't be too bad. I saw a bird at one point. Couldn't tell what it was. Still very early. Sun was still rising, and it was way up at the top of a tree up on the mountain, and that was all I saw. And it wasn't quite 2 hours. Yeah, that's basically it. I did have one. I was cold. I was a little rushing. I wanted to get everything back in the car. I was putting stuff there. I had the camera on the tripod. I discovered the scrim, the blind, the camo. I needed a bigger one. When I tested it before, I put it like I was sitting on the ground and did that. And here I was sitting on my little stool seat, which I did bring with me. I just had a thought of, did I leave that over there? No, it's in the car. So sitting there with that and then the camera on the tripod, the whole thing, I can cover, it barely covers all the way to the ground there, and then it's over me, and then it's like midway down my back where it stops. So they did have a bigger option. I was just saving a couple dollars, didn't think I needed it. And when I'm just sitting on the ground and doing that, not with the big tripod or anything, that's going to work. But, I don't just do that. So I do need a bigger one. And I also discovered I need a second eye hole. I mean, I need an eye hole. I've got one big enough for the camera lens to go through it and the microphone if I'm doing video stuff. But I'll just cut another one a little above it so I can see out, because that was a source of, wait, what was that? Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that? And it was nothing the whole time, because it's, my vision. You can kind of see through it, but there is something in front of it. So I've got all that. I discovered that. I will buy another one. And then I'll be purchasing something to replace what happened to the camera. Where did it go? So I'm getting back to the car. I've opened the trunk. I'm putting some stuff into there. And I shouldn't have been doing this. I know. I always, whenever I'm moving, hold my camera by the foot, because that is very secure. I wasn't doing it this time. Wasn't thinking. Got the big gloves and everything. I was holding onto the tripod. So it's on the tripod. And it just slipped right off the tripod head. And it fell onto my car first. Thankfully, that probably saved it from falling onto the ice that I'm basically, snow and ice that I'm parked on. But it fell onto the car first, and it managed to fall. It managed to slip forward enough so that basically what hit was the eyepiece. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. I can't zoom in. Anyway, I use a different. This is the standard eyepiece, which is just a small little thing. When I'm out there, I prefer one that's got a bit more to it. It's got a little eye cup there. This is cracked and broken now. But thankfully, everything else seems to be fine. There's no visible damage to the camera itself that I could tell. No damage to the lens. I turned it on. It still turns on. The camera focuses and everything. I think somehow all the brunt force went straight to the eyepiece. And this is like a $10 or $15 fix. So, scared me. Need to be more careful. That could have been very dangerously bad, but seems to be fine besides that. It hit on the car in there on the I think on my case is where it hit. on the Pelican case that I keep the camera in when I'm traveling. I think it hit there, and it managed to just hit it and snap it there. But I'm popping them on and off. The eyepieces seem to be fine, and then it bounced off of that and onto the ground. But by that point, it was laying flat. So I don't think anything else. I'll have to do a more thorough inspection. The main points: the camera turns on. It was there. Nothing happened to the mount. Whoops. The mount seems to be fine. The lens is fine. The screen is fine. All the major things there. If it was cosmetic, if it hit and it did some cosmetic, boy, I've done that before with some of my other cameras. I had another one back years ago. I was walking around and I had it on my belt. I thought that would be a good, before I had a sling to carry the cameras on. I just had it on my belt and my fat gut rolled over it and pressed the release button, and just the camera dropped as I was walking along the sidewalk. Great. That dinged up my lens. Well, no. Thankfully, I've had the lens hood on there, so it dinged up the lens hood real bad, and then the camera body itself, where it basically went lens first, then landed on the body. It was an old Canon camera that I just use at home now, thankfully. But yeah, that happened. Well, I did drop a camera one time getting back into the car. Just didn't have it on a bag strap or anything. I was just walking around handheld. Not a smart idea. I know that. And then as I was getting back into the car, it kind of fumbled and dropped the lens first on the ground. There's a whole video. I went out. That was right before I left Wyoming. So summer of 22. Is that time? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Anyway. Yeah, there was that one. That one was much worse. That one I was afraid, but the lens was okay. What took the brunt of the force, because it went straight down. I didn't have a lens hood on there. It was the filter that I used, and the filter cracked and went to crap and wouldn't unscrew. So I had to do a whole repair, look up on the internet, and anyway. So that was a little bit of fun, exciting that happened at the end. That's not the kind of fun of exciting that I want, that's for sure. But nothing today. Unfortunately, just nothing. I still have it with me. I've got a little bit of driving to do. If I see anything, maybe I'll take some pictures there and that stuff, but I'm going to switch into personal vlog mode, and maybe we'll see stuff when we're out again. We'll try a slightly different spot, maybe a little bit warmer, maybe not quite up in the mountain and not so cold. Would be good. But anyway. I wasn't quite done yet. I finally have made it to the park that is across the highway from St. Vrain, where I've been a couple times. And I've been to this park twice now, if you followed some of the previous videos, and I've just never gotten out of the car. So I finally am here, walking around with the camera, just because apparently I wasn't done today. Oh, there's a bird right there. Let's take a picture of it. Come around to the sunlight. I hope that didn't damage the phone. Whoops, there was several. I think they're a finch. Okay, I'm gonna walk around a bit. This lake is completely frozen over, but it's a nice little place, and there are birds here, which is cool.